Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here at Thorpe Park, returning to ride Hyperia. This is Rob's first time on Hyperia today, so he's very excited and slightly nervous. Cannot wait to get back on that. We've left it till the week after Easter, so hoping that the crowds aren't too big here today and that we get on as many rides as we can. First up, I need to take my hats back to the shop because last season I bought 2 Hyperia caps and they didn't take the security tags off, so I've got to go and get those removed. That's the first thing before I get accused of stealing. And then we're going to head over to the Golden Goddess. And there she is, Miss Hyperia, the Golden Goddess. Oh, I love Quantum. Might have to have a ride on that later. Rush is operating on 2 swings today, which is always good to see. It's meant to be cloudy today, but it's actually really lovely. There's a little bit of spotty cloud around to give us a little bit of shade. But yeah, sun's out. And there she goes in the distance. That drop is absolutely insane. Cannot tell you how incredible it is. As of time of record, we only have 2 coasters down, Saw the Ride and Stealth. Now Stealth has been closed all week, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to open today. Some maintenance being done. Saw the Ride, yeah, I don't really care about that one. As long as I get on the Swarm, because that's my sort of favourite still. I love it. I know a lot of people say Hyperia is the best, and I would say I need to ride it a few more times to be able to answer that, but I absolutely adore the Swarm. Probably one of my favourite rides in the UK. And I just love the feeling of being on a wing coaster, and it's just so brilliantly themed. Can't wait to get on that later on and show you around. Anyway, we're heading to Hyperia, 45-minute wait. So yeah, so excited to get on it. Let's go. I would quite like to get a ride in on Samurai later because I do love it, and it's normally just not worth waiting for. We'll see, maybe we'll get a ride on Samurai. Do you like Samurai, don't you, Rob?
I think so. I haven't been on it for ages.
Yeah, it'd probably make us feel sick, but because we're old now, but you know, that's what happens. Only the wide angle lens does this justice. Look at her. To say as well, today I'm actually on my iPhone because I just didn't want to have to bring my camera and lenses and have to deal with all of that stress. First trip of the season, I just wanted to get in and get on rides and not worry about tech. So we're traveling light, we're on an iPhone 16 Pro Max today. Hopefully we'll have no problems with that. Let's go. Is operations are very quick today. Those trains are flying out of the station. It just feels so bad for Thorpe Park, all the problems they've had with this coaster, and it's finally, I don't want to, no, I'm not going to say it. I'll say it at the end.
It was our time, the time of our lives. You were on my mind, my ride or die, yeah. You were on my mind, my ride or die, yeah. You were on my mind, my ride or die, yeah. You were on my mind, my ride or die, yeah.
Wow.
I think exhilarating is the word. Getting the front row on a very first time on it was intense. I loved it. And yeah, all those things that I was looking at thinking, oh, I've never seen a roller coaster do that before. When you're on it, it does feel really, really surprising. The hang time wasn't as bad as I was expecting. In fact, there was the bit leading up to that, which made me feel way more dizzy. But that was great. I'm ready to get back on it.
And what do you think about the seats and the restraints?
Oh, so comfy, so incredibly comfy. It's also great that the restraint is not over the shoulder, like it's just so liberating.
You've got lots of space.
Yeah.
And you feel really free and like,
yeah,
it's very euphoric.
yeah.
That was amazing. Wow. I've been on Hyperia twice last year. I actually filmed a whole vlog of coming here on Fright nights to get my reaction to this, but in the ether of life, I didn't have time to edit the vlog. Here's my previous reaction. Oh my God, guys, Hyperia. That ride packs a punch. It doesn't hold back. The drop on that is insane. It's like a forceful drop. That overbank, oh my God, that's just like the weirdest element where you're sort of like hanging and dropping and sort of turning all at the same time. Absolutely incredible. The hang time on that is unreal. I've never been on anything with that kind of hang time. That looks like it has more hang time than something like Velocicoaster. It's very fast, very forceful. There's a little bit of bump in a few places where the transitions happen really quickly. All in all, very smooth. Those restraints incredibly comfortable. Absolutely every coaster should have a lap bar restraint going forward. Yeah, I had two, I think back row rides or second from back before, which feels way more forceful. But there is nothing like having that unrestricted view in front of you when you ride on the front row. It really is just kind of unparalleled, and it gives you that real sense of freedom and that you're literally flying. It's just incredible. I'm so glad that I've managed to experience it now from both sides. I can't wait to get back on it again. Many, many years of riding Hyperia to come. They've even got Hyperia socks, can you believe it? This is my favourite though, I really do love this. Got the full-on logo. I wish they did that in black with gold. So Hyperia is done. We've managed to get a front row ride on Hyperia, and I managed to get the security tags on my caps removed, and we bought the on-ride photo. How nuts does that look? So we're now heading to Swarm. It's almost a tie. First favourite ride in the park. I absolutely adore the Swarm, everything about it and the theming. So we're heading there now because I want to just make sure we get a ride on it today, and if it goes down for any reason, it won't, it's a B&M, but it could. I just want to make sure we get a ride. Yeah, we'll do something a bit different and we'll come back to Hyperia. It's still only a 45-minute queue, so hopefully that means it's not going to get worse than that through the day unless a bunch of rides go down. We're walking through the good old Nemesis Inferno at the moment. Nemi Inferno, the unloved sister of Nemesis and Nemesis Reborn. I still think it's a great coaster. Fantastic layout, very tight. Some parts of it are just as intense as Nemesis. I like it. It's a great ride, and I'm looking forward to getting a front row on that later. I'm really hoping that the front row queue is still there. I saw a rumour online that they were removing it, but I don't know if that's been done or not. So fingers crossed we can still get a front row ride. For me, a B&M inverter, or any inverter really, has to be a front row ride. I suffer from motion sickness, so if I can't see where I'm going, I'm in trouble. Very pleased to report, look how empty it is in the park. I mean, not empty as in there's no one here and Thorpe Park's gonna struggle. I mean, there's a good number of people here, but it's just not too packed. It's really nice to actually have a bit of space for once, especially when you've last been here at Fright Night when it's packed. Good old Tidal Wave. Doesn't matter what the weather is, you'll always find someone on it. Yeah, I hope they never remove Tidal Wave. It's such a great ride here for the park. There's rumours that the rapids are going to be removed, who knows, but Tidal Wave is definitely the one for me. But we're not going on it today, it's too cold. honestly, the atmosphere today is bang on, it's great. It's just got the right amount of people here. The sun's kind of poking in and out of the clouds. It's not too hot. And just a really nice vibe, and I'm so happy to be here. I turn into a child when I come here. She goes in the distance. Oh, love that ride. I read some things online in comments. A guy made a video about Thorpe Park being really messy and the toilets being disgusting and stuff. And I'm sure that's true when he made that video. I'm not saying that didn't happen, because he probably did. But I have to say, I'm really impressed with how clean everything is today. Everything's looking really well maintained. We've been to the loo and it was spotless, and it smelled like really nice. They've obviously got some fragrances going on. There's no litter anywhere. I know obviously it's the beginning of the day. Hopefully it stays that way. It's just really nice. It's looking really fresh, and spring has sprung, so all the green leaves are coming out. Park's looking fresh, is what I would say. And we're going past the Flying Fish. Got a credit on that on my last trip here. I hadn't actually been on the Flying Fish. Had no interest in going on it, but I needed to get that credit, so that happened last time I was here. We're now entering my favourite area of the park, Swarm Island. I love Hyperia, and the theming on that's good, but it's a bit hit and miss. There's some things missing, but this is theming. Got my Swarm cap on, check it out. I actually really love this cap. This is a cap that I would literally buy, even if it was nothing to do with Swarm. I just love the design of it. I'm really into camo, like you can tell from my bag. I love camo. Yeah, I just like this because it's not really obvious what it is. It has like a little Swarm thing on the back, but it's not too obvious. And I like it. Green's my favourite colour as well. So we're running at 25 minutes, which isn't too bad. Quite often Swarm does run quicker than that, like at the end of the day when the park's not quite as busy, but 25 minutes is not bad. I'm happy to wait 25 minutes for this ride.
The Swarm is hands down the best themed ride at Thorpe Park. The designers transformed the station into this abandoned dystopian church, complete with scorch marks, dilapidated walls, and signs it's being reclaimed by Mother Nature. The attention to detail is impressive. I'm so grateful to the creative team for going all in.
Swift operations here today on the Swarm. Very impressed. Front row ride, here we go. Very excited. I always say that, don't I? It's all I ever say when I'm going on a ride. I feel excited. Of course I'm excited. You should be.
I love that ride so much. It's just so smooth and silky and floaty, and it's not too intense, but it's intense enough. We got a front row, and yeah, love it. I love the Swarm. It will always be dear in my heart. The Swarm.
The roll at the end really flips my stomach, but yeah, I love it as a ride.
What are you thinking about the operations today and generally at the park?
Yeah, smooth. Dead smooth.
Dead smooth, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've not seen this before. I don't know if it's new for this year, but it says the Swarm on the back, and it's like a plushy cushion. I'd be in trouble with everyone else if I got that, but it does look very cool. The cap is probably the best thing in here. It's great. These bags are really nice, actually. They're not very big. Don't feel like you have to fit that much in here. Nicely designed. The classic Swarm mug. Can't really beat that. And I quite like this tumbler as well. And it's actually metal and really good quality. Slightly different design. That's very cool. I think that would be my go-to Swarm mug. This is the other one. These are really cool. And they've got all of the details of the theming. I actually really like that the best, actually. Very, very smart. Love that. That was so much fun. Swarm Island. The sun's come out. It's really, really beautiful. And that theming of the ash in the air, which I was saying, it's not. It's actually seeds from the plants, because this is like built around loads of kind of wetlands. And it just adds to the beautifulness of spring. We're now starving, so we're heading for some food. And we're not sure what to get. We don't want Burger King or KFC. We want to try something a bit different. There are some kebabs in Amityville here. We're going to have a look at those. And then if we don't like the look of that, we'll head over to the Spice Kitchen. Amity kebabs. Let's have a look at what they've got here. Chicken tikka, Donna. Mediterranean chicken. Falafel. It's a veggie box. And this is their menu. It says here that it's an open wrap, and someone who has a beard, that's not a great idea. It's better if it's a closed wrap, to be honest. He doesn't love a curly fry. They've got samosas. Spice Kitchen and bubble tea bar. Just gonna have a little look around and see what they've got in here. I really like the vibe of this sort of under a tent-ness. Noodles and curry, that's not a combo I'd expect. So, Rob's decided to go for the falafel. He's going to get a falafel cone. It's actually a cone, not an open wrap. Well, it is open, technically. I spotted, as we were walking past, there's like a little chippy here. It also has like chip shop sausages. And I know I said I was going to have something that's healthy, but actually I'm going to have something dirty. Really love the artwork on that building. It's so cool. Look at that Nemesis Inferno. This building actually reminds me a little bit of West Coast Racers at Six Flags Magic Mountain. A little chippy. It's called Cape Cod. Going back to what I was saying earlier about it being clean, I still haven't seen any litter, which is great. Really makes a huge difference, and I don't know if this is just Thorpe Park just changing the way they do things, or if they've been listening to feedback, but whatever it is, let's hope it stays like it, because it's just looking really lovely. It just makes the experience so much nicer. It really, really does. It's dirty and it's filthy, but I wanted it. I'm really, really hot. It's burning my hands. That's good. I hate it when you get food and it's just like lukewarm. One for chips, sausage, mushy peas, and I got a ketchup as well. Loads of vinegar and salt. We've managed to find a nice little nook behind the Spice Kitchen. It's like a little garden. It's so nice and shaded, and just like with a drop in audio, which is sometimes needed in a theme park. But I appreciate that they haven't put speakers in this garden. Thanks for that.
This is a mixed open wrap, so I could choose from halloumi, falafel or onion bhaji. So I picked halloumi and falafel, and a mix of mayo and sweet chili sauce. And I have to say, it's a way more generous portion than I was expecting.
Yeah, and how much was that?
That was £12.
I don't think that's that bad.
No.
Right, dig in, tell me what it's like. It's going in with a bit of falafel.
Nice, tasty, and it's warm
good?
as well. Yeah, it's good.
Went for the healthy option. I always think it's worth being healthy when you can. I also bought a drink in part of the meal deal, and it's ice cold. And I really, really appreciate that. So often they're just a bit warm. When you're out and about, you need cold drinks. It's like Grain Chill. I'm actually quite impressed with this. I'd give this probably an 8.5, a solid 8.5 out of 10. Good mushy peas that have lots of flavour. That sausage is very good quality. Came with a drink as well, a bottle of pop, £16. I know that's like a little bit more on the expensive side, but it's decent quality. And that's what I like about the food here at Thorpe Park. It seems to be the sort of in-house catering. It's just better quality. And you go to somewhere like Alton Towers, and I just think the food there is absolutely diabolical. We've had everything there pretty much over the years, and it's just horrendous. So yeah, gonna tuck in now. We are refreshed. That was a very nice lunch in a really nice garden. We're now gonna head on to something a little bit more tame. Ghost Train. I've never been on it because I don't really like motion simulation. So I am quite nervous it's going to make me feel sick. And I don't want to bring up my sausage and chips. But we're going to give it a go. And I'll let you know how it goes.
Do we really want to go on a ride that has actors on it?
I think the answer is probably a no.
Should we just do it?
We'll just do it. Do it for the shits. We'll do it for the shits and the giggles. You've got to try everything once in your life. That's what everyone says. So let's go. We have done scare mazes here, so it's not like we've never tried something with actors in Thorpe Park. We have. We've done it many times. It'll probably be a bit cringe, but we'll just have to keep poker face on and not be embarrassed. That's the only way through when you've got actors. Quite a long, windy queue. No theming at the moment, so I'm hoping that improves. For some reason, I thought that it was like VR, but it's not apparently. So there's no headset, so I think I will be okay. It's only when there's like VR that I struggle. So yeah, we should be okay with this, fingers crossed. Just means more engagement with actors though. I just smashed my Apple Watch on a bin. Nice. Seems to be going on for a long time. I hope we don't have to wait too long. It did say 20 minutes, but this looks like a more than 20-minute queue to me. Well, that was definitely an experience, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. We've got 2.5 hours left until park close, so we are just trying to try and get as many rides in as we can. So we're heading to Nemesis Inferno now. The sun is out, the sky is blue, and I survived the ghost train, so I'm quite happy with that. Nemesis Inferno is 10 minutes. I don't think I've ever seen it that low. And Hyperia is 30 minutes, and the Swarm is 10 minutes. Even though Colossus and Stealth are down, it just seems like everyone's gone home. It's only 2:30. Weird. Maybe they're all having a late lunch, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to try and get a front row ride on this. I put my cap on because I thought I was going to be in the sun for ages, but we're already here. We've just walked to this point in the queue straight away. I don't think I've ever done that on this ride. I'm glad to report the front row queue is intact. We're having a front row ride. We were just saying how we think it would be really great if the B&M, Bollinger and Mabillard inverted trains were like some of the sit-down trains where you have staggered like 2, 2, 2, 2, like that. It would be great, and then you wouldn't have something right in front of you. Intense than the last time I rode it, and I felt the blood in my feet like rushing to my feet, kind of like I did when I went to Magic Mountain on Batman the Ride. It felt like that, which is weird because I've never ever thought that before on this ride. There you go, exit through the gift shop. So what have they got in here then? I should get a Nemesis cap, shouldn't I really, but it's not going to be the same as the true original Alton Towers Nemesis. I quite like those socks though, they're fun. These. Nice bit of theming. Oh my god, do I like this? Are you kidding me? It's actually really cool. You turn it over and it's like lavas, like a volcano. I really like that because it does really totally go with the theme of the volcano. So Bobba, thoughts on Nemesis Inferno first, because that's what we just went on.
For me, it doesn't really compare to things like Hyperia anymore. It was also way more rattling, I remember.
Yeah, in true style with B&Ms of late, got a bit of a rattle going on. No, I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I think it is definitely a front row ride though. I think last time I was here, I tried another row just because it was really busy. And yeah, it just wasn't the same. It has to be a front row ride, but you know, I enjoy it. But yeah, it's showing its age a bit. We are at the start of a new season, so I would expect it to be running well, but I mean, no, it was still good. Had a bit of a wrestle, but it wasn't too bad. So yeah, we enjoyed Nemesis Inferno, but now we're heading on to Walking Dead the Ride. Should we quickly talk about our reaction to Ghost Train while we're here?
I thought it was really nicely designed, really nicely themed.
Yeah.
I was a little bit hesitant about going on it when I heard there were actors, just because I always find it is a bit cheesy. And it wasn't scary for me, it was funny.
No.
I might have been scared if I was 5.
It's definitely a family ride. If you were here with all your family or like a group of friends, it'd be like a right laugh to do it with everyone because it is actually quite funny. Shout out, the actors are amazing, they're brilliant, but they're really funny as well because if you imagine they're doing that ride cycle on repeat all day and they build up a relationship with their like fellow actor colleagues, so they mess around a bit and they crack jokes at each other. I don't know, it's good because it's like it's never going to be exactly the same.
But as soon as they try and be scary, then we head into cheese territory.
You go into kind of like choreography and it's sort of a bit, it doesn't really work. What it's here to do, it's a good filler ride. It's got high capacity, so that's always good when the park's busy. I really like the lighting. I think the realism of the tube train was good.
Yeah.
Very well programmed from an effects point of view. I was expecting the screens to be windows. Yeah, comment down below if it changed because we never went on it before. When it first opened, we gave it a miss.
Was it Darren Brown's Ghost Train before?
It was,
I don't think it is anymore.
No, I don't know if it was a different experience in terms of technology and the multimedia that was used, or if it was just a different story. The ride system's clever because you feel like their train's moving. There's like a sudden acceleration, and then you get the du-du-du-du. And I don't think that's an effect. I think that is actually the train moving. It's very well done, and I was trying to work out how they did it. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It wasn't amazing, but it was good fun. Yeah. But now we're going to head on to Walking Dead the Ride. I'd normally miss this one out, so it's kind of nice to get on something I haven't been on in a while, so let's give it a go. I actually quite liked that. Sorry I didn't film any of the corridors. Basically, I mean you all know because you've all been on it, but basically corridors with flashing lights. Quick, escape, quick. Get to the containment zone or whatever. Yeah, I thought it was going to go backwards and I'm so glad it didn't. But that must have just been like an X No Way Out thing. I really enjoyed that. It's not a very thrilling coaster. It's I think 27 feet tall or something, 30 miles an hour. It's not white knuckle by any means, but like I really enjoyed it. And the theming is quite good and it's just good fun. So yeah, definitely another filler ride, but if you've got time to do it and you're with a group of mates, yeah, it's good fun. So I literally can't find Rob anywhere. Like, we came out of the ride and he just disappeared. Like, was he taken by a zombie? I don't know. Like, he's literally nowhere and I texted him and he hasn't replied, which is really odd. It's just disappeared into thin air. Maybe he didn't come off the ride. Did I see him come off the ride? What the hell? I was just saying how I thought you might have been taken by a zombie because I couldn't find where you were.
I went to get the photo before it disappeared.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Show.
I mean, I didn't buy it, but
That's quite deadpan, yeah. Nice.
I thought it was fun. It doesn't really have any tricks up its sleeve, apart from the fact that it's in near blackout. Great for a roller coaster in the dark, but it's fun.
We still haven't done our reaction to Ghost. Yes, we have done our reaction to Ghost Train. I can't keep up. This is why you should always do your ride reactions straight after, because you just lose track. So we're now going to head to, I think, Samurai, because Bubba wants to ride on that. It's an old favourite of ours. I've actually not been on it in years. I'd quite like to go on, is it Quantum? No. The Enterprise. What's it called?
Zodiac.
Zodiac. I always call it Quantum. It's a very short ride cycle. I don't think it goes like fully vertical anymore. We might give that a go as well. And I'd quite like to go on Rush, but also I love Vortex. So maybe we'll do a flat ride hour. I don't know. But we're definitely going to get on Hyperia again. But yeah, we'll head over to Samurai now and give that a whirl. Motion sickness has just thought, not sure. Generally I'm good with coasters, well I am good with coasters. I don't do things that spin. And although Samurai's normally okay for me, I'm just a little bit nervous that it's going to make me feel sick. So all of this here, it's been repainted. It's looking nice and fresh. heading on Zodiac now, which is basically a HUN Enterprise. That's quite a gentle ride, even though it goes kind of upside down. Kind of peaceful, really. I could stay on it all day, to be honest. Cut to me coming off and saying it's making me want to puke. No, should be good. And then we might go on this bad boy Vortex afterwards, but we'll see how we feel. It's just very cinematic, this park. And it's funny because I always think of Alton Towers as being the cinematic one, but here she goes. Oh, that's nice. I get a little bit of off-ride footage for you while we wait. Do this one, then we'll go. Yeah, unfortunately, she's no longer going vertical. I don't know why. I don't know if that's programmed like that. That's how they have it set here, or if that's a fault with the ride. Like the hydraulics don't allow it to go vertically. I don't know, but it's a shame. How does that make you feel, Bubba? Heavy. I feel really sleepy. I feel like I could literally fall asleep. I closed my eyes on it and I nearly fell asleep. It's such a weird sensation, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like you go heavy and then you go really heavy and a little bit heavy and really heavy. Like every time you go around, I guess when you're at the bottom, you're like feeling really heavy. I love the sound of it. Like, and then when it comes down and like the ride basically breaks, it just goes. I love it. It's just very fairground to me, that ride. I really like it. Anyway, do we want to do Vortex? I don't know. I've got a feeling that might push me over the edge. We need to get on Hyperia.
Let's crack on.
We're heading to Hyperia. We might be able to get 2 rides in if we're lucky, depending on the queue, but definitely getting a final ride. Obviously, we wouldn't be going home if we didn't get a final ride. We're definitely getting 1 more ride, and that may be our final ride, maybe not. Anyway, I'm waffling now. Well, it's just really nice being here today. I'm just really loving it, and it just feels fresh and green, and it's spring, and it's not busy, and it's just very chilled out. It's a really chilled out vibe, and I'm here for it. Thanks, Thorpe Park, we're living. And she's on 20 minutes! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here we go. That's not the best artwork at all. I could probably have done better than that, to be honest. More of thisness. This is the theming, this.
I get it. From what I can see, it's the idea going from being fearful to fearless, but
yeah,
it's not visually that interesting.
You can say that about any coaster, really, can't you? Like when I was a kid, I was always fearful, and then I was fearless. Happened again, we've got front. How amazing. Hopefully we'll get back row next time. That was epic. We got a front row ride again. Like, what are the chances of that happening twice in a row? I'm really, really like stoked about that because, you know, it's just ultimate kind of like view when you are at the front. So that was so cool. Hopefully we'll get maybe back or second from back this time because it does feel really different at the back. It's much more forceful. You get a little bit more airtime at the back and you feel very heavy going into those valleys at the back. So we'll see. But even if it broke down now, I'm not sure. No, what am I saying that for? Stop saying that. You know what I was going to say. But like having 2 good rides on Hyperia is brilliant. So I'm happy. I'm very happy. I would love to see a pair of dueling coasters. We don't have that anywhere in the UK. Maybe a pair of dueling Raptors. But keep doing that with good throughput. That would be amazing. Maybe that would need to be at a family park. Of course, what I'd really love to see in the UK, and I kind of hope we get it here, but I kind of knew it would be an RMC. That would be incredible. And I don't mean a Raptor, I mean like a proper RMC. That would be great, because we have nothing like that in the UK. And yeah, that would be something really different. another great ride on Hyperia. I will say though, we were in row 4 that time. Major rattle, to the point where I actually reported it to one of the staff, and they are going to put it in their ride report because there's something not right about that. That was so incredibly rattly that it actually gave me a headache, and that's not my experience with Hyperia ever. So there's something not quite right on that train. I don't know if that's a specific fault with that wheel assembly or something, but I actually was really hoping for the ride to be over. I was thinking, no. It was literally rattling us so hard that I got a major headache. So that's a real shame, but it was still fun. It was still kind of fun. But we've had some really great rides on Hyperia today. Hopefully that's something that they'll look at. And I know that sounds kind of like stupid. Oh, you reported it, did you? Yeah, I did report it because I understand roller coasters. I know roller coasters. I'm a coaster enthusiast, and I know, like many of us in the community do, when something's not right, it's quite obvious. It's not going to do any harm by telling someone. What's the worst that can happen? They look at it and it's nothing. As it's getting older, it's getting more rattly, but I don't think that's what it is. There was something not right. Fun, nevertheless, and I loved it. Bob, what did you think?
Yeah, like you said, it was rattly, but as a layout and for all the airtime and all of its tricks, I loved it.
We've had a really great day here at Thorpe Park today. Honestly, it's surpassed my expectations because you just never know like what your overall experience is going to be like. It could be really good, it could be kind of crap, depending on how busy it is and what the ride operations are like. But I have to say, Thorpe Park have done a great job. This park is looking brilliant at the moment. The rides are operating really well. The ride crews are all over it, and yeah, it's been a great experience. Thanks for joining us today, guys. It's been a pleasure to take you around Thorpe Park with us. We have had a great day. It's just really nice when that happens, that it's your home park and you can just go, yes, that's my home park. If you enjoyed the video, please like it below and subscribe if you're not, and stay with us, and we'll catch you next time.